Hello and welcome back. This is your Lord and Saint Beppis, and in the last episode we just got done with the year of 1937. It is now 1938, and we're almost ready to get rid of the Great Depression. Which just sounds crazy. In any case, sorry I'm chewing. Chocolate-covered pretzels. They're delicious. Anyway, this is my new addiction. Sue me. Anyway. Once this is done, I want to go to Ocean Navy Act, Bureau of Ships, or... to Ocean Navy Act, and then get the Scientist Haven. Because that'll be another research slot. The more research we have going, the better it is. I'm just going to continue with the farm subsidies. I know I said I would get Taft, and I completely forgot until after I ended the episode. So Taft is going to be the next guy we get. Once we take care of slow economic growth. The Great Depression hit the U.S. pretty hard, didn't it? Alright, we got that large airframe done. I'm gonna head back to the naval stuff. Got a 35% bonus for the improved light battery. Oh, yes, let's get that. Alright, let's get the medium tank. And let's get the magnetic detonator. Those will all be useful. Yes, I know we can lower the autonomy of the Philippines. You don't have to keep telling me about this. And our manpower seems to have stabilized now. We've stopped mobilizing. We have 2 million manpower. Alright, we no longer are suffering from the Great Depression. We're still not in full swing, though. So let's get the 2 Ocean Navy Act for 10 free dockyards. We got the midget submarine, and we got improved radio. Let's get this cavity magnetron. That'll give us better coordination, which is what I want. Better coordination basically means your troops will all shoot at the same guy instead of spreading their damage. Let's get relief of command. Let's get smoke and fire. And... artillery and combat support. Line artillery, artillery. We're gonna have a little bit of line artillery. Or artillery in general. This is all about boosting up just artillery. Light tanks, recon, motorized artillery, self-propelled artillery. Okay, anti-tank front line. This just boosts up anti-tank. Field engineering, engineer companies. Alright, I think we're going to go with fire concentration once we got it. And we do have some reserved mastery. Infantry, assault infantry is what we start with. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Support artillery up. For armor, I'm not sure what we're going to use. Probably a armored spearhead. Ooh, there's a witch hunt in Congress. That's not good. Experimental facility. Oh, got some iterations. All right, we're almost done with the flamethrower tank. That is going to be very helpful. Invest in the infrastructure in Georgia. Where's Georgia? I know it's on the list. There's Georgia. Get her building. Alright, we have the doohickey. The flame tank. So we're gonna take the combat car and strip it of everything. Can't we? No, we can't. Hold on. Basic light tank. We're going to strip it of everything. We'll get welded armor. We don't really need to have much armor. But, we're gonna shove a flamethrower on it, then designate it as a flamethrower support company. It's gonna tank all of its other stats, so they don't really matter, including armor, I guess. We can keep the riveted armor, then. We just need this thing to go fast, so let's change... You have a non-track suspension. Track suspension will get the Christie suspension. Yeah, let's get the radio. Constantly improve the radio. Any special modules we want to get? Anything to increase reliability? Yep, the wet ammunition storage. We don't need any cannons, because this thing isn't going to be doing much, except providing some extra breakthrough. And let's upgrade its speed till it's at 8. Till it's at 8. Alright, that's good. We'll put that into production soon. What that will do is that'll help a ton with bonuses to attacking in like cities and stuff for our infantry. Make it easier for them to move through like basically all terrain. And the reason why I moved them up to 8, do infantry move that fast? No, we didn't even need to make them that fast. Why did I do that then? Just gonna hurt the reliability. Fine. We'll leave them as they are. No need to change what isn't broken. 2 Ocean Navy Act's almost done. Alright, we can get Taft. Go up to 250 per day, almost. Let's get that research slot I talked about, Scientist Haven, the extra research slot. And for this, what we're going to do, we don't need that. We are going to do our light cruiser. We put 5 of them on there. And let's get our heavy cruiser. We'll also put 5 on there. No, didn't mean to click the submarines. And our Navy's going to be great once we send them out. Most of our ships are destroyer screening ships, so you know, they'll be okay. Let's continue investing in the Navy. Let's get the heavy attack for our heavy ships. It's not going to be as useful. Well, no, they probably will do quite a decent bit of damage. Most of the damage to the heavy ships is probably going to be coming from our carriers. Or, you know, any stray torpedoes that get through. Looks like our divisions are almost done. Let's have you guys deploy with our Red Army. And these infantry divisions can deploy with the Brown Army. I just want to let them pop open on themselves. Military construction. Yeah, we can't do either of these until we have 30% war support, which won't be in too long now. Let's get the improved fire control. So the next new ships we build will have that, once we get them. Which will be pretty soon. 1939, we're going to get them ahead of time. The Panay incident, alright. USS Panay was sunk in China. The gunboat USS Panay came under fire earlier today while evacuating civilians from the front line in the war between the Japanese Empire and China. Despite being clearly marked with American flags, struck with 2 bombs, She was struck with 2 bombs. She sank later that day with 3 U.S. citizens killed and many more wounded. Survivors were picked up by American and British gunboats in the area. The Empire of Japan has been quick to claim it was an accident and offer an apology, but some think that the attack was deliberate and a number of advisors are calling for war. However, public support for war remains low and any declaration is likely to be deeply divisive. We could withdraw from China, which will tank our war support, but it'll increase stability. No, we can demand compensation, which will increase our war support over that threshold we need. Or we can gain a war cause in exchange for tanking our war support and our stability. We're not ready for war. We are not at all ready for war. But we can demand compensation. And Japan is very likely to capitulate. Even though they could probably beat us. Let's get... First, medium range escort range. Okay. I think airspace dominance would be better, but that's fine. Medium aircraft, we're not going to have much of those. Let's do strike aircraft. Pinpoint strikes. This is all just boosting what close air support does best already. Yeah, we're not going to do naval targeting with them. We'll get pinpoint strikes. We don't have a lot of close air support ready, but we will be able to build some soon. And we do need our bombs for our strategic bomber. And we can't really put much on it at all. This is all we can do with it right now. Thankfully, Japan saw a reason. We got 150 now political power. We could get Cordell Hull. I think we get Rock Island. Production down for trains is nice, but research speed for artillery. We're gonna need artillery. And once we get the artillery rolling, everything else will follow pretty fast. We do need to start taking a look at some of our infantry equipment, because it is horribly outdated. But luckily we can afford to do that, because we're not going to get involved in the war right now. Alright, the armor-piercing shells are done. I'm going to start... 1939. I'm going to start getting our production up to snuff. We're going to have it way ahead of time. The improved light battery. That's good. I'm going to start researching the improved cruiser, because that's going to be the heart of our ships. Once we get this, we can stop production on the previous cruisers and focus all in on these new and better cruisers, because they're going to have the fire control systems, they're going to have everything. Alright, we're going to have that next research slot. And we got support in the government. Let's get Bureau of Ships. Ship production cost down. And let's get the last one, Construction 3. And pay those farm subsidies. Always good to do that. Once Bureau of Ships is done, we can get the giant wakes. Only reason why I wanted Bureau of Ships first is because the 5% bonus is nice. 1939. We're not going to get a better destroyer. We can get a better carrier. Let's get a better carrier. Start researching the new carrier. And once that is done, the fire control systems. Okay. Civilian factories are freed up. Let's start building civilian factories. You might think it's not really necessary. Trust me, it is. It is necessary. We need more civilian factories. I want to get like 250 or something. It's 1940. Let's get the improved submarines. Alright, we can get a new doctrine. Let's get that fire concentration for our artillery. And new special project. Let's get the cruiser submarine. Yeah, that one costs less steel to research. Still costs steel, just less. We will get, I'm trying to think here. Let's get Bradley. New International, the third International's done. Military High Command, super cheap, because we have Relief of Command, cuts all the costs in half. Treaty of Trianon was rejected, or renounced by Hungary. Doesn't concern us yet. Will soon, though. Britain's gonna send us that ultimatum anytime now. Alright, Bureau of Ships done. Giant wakes. Get rid of civilian economy. Get rid of, not civilian economy. Get rid of undisturbed isolation. We'll get civilian economy. We'll save up 150 political power. We can go right to partial mobilization. Super huge. We'll go off of this terrible one. This terrible one, which is even worse than civilian economy, by the way. Just hop straight to partial mobilization. And then we'll save up another 150, go straight to war economy once, or even total mobilization once we go. Election to Congress. I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright, let's hold on to that political power. I'm gonna need to get off free trade. Once we actually, start upping production like mad. Alright, we're low on dockyards. We're not making any convoys right now. 2 of them are being used for repairs. Okay. Fall of Nanking. Okay. We're almost ready. The United States is almost ready to be unleashed. Now, let's get wartime industry. It'll allow us to convert civilian to military factories at half cost, which is huge. That's why I want civs. And we'll unlock General Motors as an industrial concern. 15% industrial research, 5% factory output for free. Huge. We'll go straight to partial mobilization. Look at how much fuel we just opened the way for. And look how many... we also got free civilian factories now. Let's build more civilian factories. Why the hell not? Why wouldn't we? Our infrastructure is maxed out. Let's max out Alaska, Puerto Rico, and Hawaii. Might as well throw those in there as well. We don't even... we still do need the New Deal. I think I might get improved worker conditions soon. Those improved cruisers are done. Alright, let's set the... Let's get better artillery. And... these things will take forever to finish, won't they? Alright. Our cruisers, we're only going to get one more of. And we will get the new and improved cruiser. Upgrade that engine as fast as we can make it. Cruiser 1 armor. Put the radar on. We're splurging out on these. Anti-air, and we're going to go for our light batteries. Fill this thing up with batteries. Now, we're probably not going to be able to produce this. We're gonna just barely be able to produce this in time. Our light cruiser. We'll call this one Improved Cruiser A. Improved Cruiser A. Looking good. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful baby. Alright, and next we're gonna get a heavy cruiser. like before. Secondary batteries. We cannot put... Oh, we can. Oh, that is terrifying. Oh, no, wait. If we put a heavy cruiser battery on... Okay, okay. We can't put that on there, unfortunately. That would be terrifying if we could put the light batteries on there. Alright, so we can only put the heavy batteries on there. We can put, Okay, we can't put those guns on there. We could put anti-air, but we don't need that much anti-air. That's a shame. Fine. Then this will be improved heavy cruiser. Come on. Where'd my cursor go? Okay. Improved heavy How do you spell cruiser? C-R-U-I-S-E. A. Improved heavy cruiser, improved heavy cruiser. Okay. I'm just gonna ignore that and say that it was intentional. Okay, it erased the other one for some reason. These aren't the same, game. Luckily, I have the, Luckily, I have the, naval experience to do this. Okay. Okay, if we call this the improved light cruiser, you know, just... I don't know what... I don't know. Okay, we'll call this the Phoenix class. Okay, it changed it. Why? Do I have to do that? Because they're not the same cruiser. But the game's treating it like it is. Alright. Let's just try that. We call it improved cruiser, and that one's Phoenix class. It's gonna try and make it the A3. Why? It's a different ship. It's a different damn ship. Okay, no, for some reason it just made these ones. It just unchecked them for some reason. I don't know why. This game is weird. Alright. Alright, we'll decommission the Brooklyn class after this. Once these are done, we will change them out for what we need. Alright. Well, it's 1939, so I'm going to leave you all off here, and we will see each other in the next episode. So, stay tuned and goodbye.